In today's video, we're going to be going over the Miami 2035 plan, and basically this plan is being created by top elite CEOs and billionaires that have moved to Miami and basically are coming together to solve the biggest issues that are facing this community. But what are my thoughts? Where do I think this is all going? And we're going to go over the main points of this document, which I highly recommend if you are not aware of this. And by the end of this video, if you want to look for more information, you can just Google Miami 2035 plan. I believe they're called Miami Partnership. Look them up, take a look at the report, because I highly recommend that if you're thinking about coming to Miami, investing in Miami, or living in Miami for the rest of your life, well, you need to know what's happening, especially what the top echelon is planning to do within this community, which if they execute on this, will be really great. Now, this is their strategic agenda of what they're looking to do, and these are the areas that they're looking to tackle specifically. So affordability and livability, which if you live in Miami-Dade County, you know it is a major issue here. Affordable housing doesn't exist. I was looking at a property the other day in Country Walk. If you don't know where that is, that's in the West Kendall area near the Tamiami Airport. And a single family home at this present moment is going for $800,000 to $850,000. It is crazy. I have never seen that before, and I never thought in my life that I would see a Country Walk home that much. But it's crazy. It blows my mind, and honestly, it's a big issue. Now, this is their solution and how they plan to tackle this, and they want to expand affordable housing and improve public transportation. Key projects include the better bus network and new transit corridors like the Bay Link. It's important. We need to have public transportation. It is non-existent. Yes, I know we have the Metro Rail, and it does serve its purpose. I mean, it's great. If you live in the Dayland, Kendall area, it's phenomenal, especially if you need to go all the way down to Brickell. It's great. It's quicker than taking your car. I mean, if you're driving down US 1 at any point throughout the day and you see all those cars in bumper-to-bumper traffic and you're up there in the metro, you're just like, hey, I don't know why we don't have this everywhere, but it's honestly something that needs to be addressed. And it looks like here that they're planning to basically tackle this problem, especially when it comes to affordable housing. They really want to make a big effort to incentivize development of these workforce housing, affordable housing units, which if you guys have been following my videos for some time, I talk about the Live Local Act that was passed a year and a half ago or so, and what are the ramifications of that bill, which basically incentivizes the developers to build more workforce affordable housing and increasing the density as well, which also incentivizes them, because when they start doing their numbers and they say, hey, okay, I can build 100 units, but this is how much it's going to cost per door, it doesn't make sense. But when you can add an additional 200-300 units, the scale of economics works out a lot better. Well, now they can actually build something and make a profit, which at the end of the day, for a lot of people that are frustrated, development is a business at the end of the day. So we got to keep that in mind. The next area that they go into is a dynamic and diversified economy. This is the issue that they address. Miami needs to improve labor productivity and diversify its economy. In the report, they were stating that Miami is too reliant within the real estate industry, which in turn doesn't create as much productivity as many people would think. Their big goal is that they're looking to recruit more Fortune 500 companies and get them to move down here and invest significantly in Miami-Dade County so they can improve the workforce. And the biggest thing is that they want to get more tech firms and more financial firms down here. And that's the big push that they're trying to do, is that they want to become not just a global powerhouse, which we already are, we're globally known, but they want us to also become a major economic engine in the globe, just like New York is. The next area that they dive into is education and the workforce. Issue is Miami's higher education STEM graduates rate very low. Solution: improve the K-12 education, enhance higher education, provide paths for skill development. Collaboration with top universities and investment in STEM programs are essential, which I do agree. I think that right now our STEM programs really lag behind, and that's a big issue. And for a lot of residents that live here, the people that are moving down here, they have that education. They have very strong background in math, and the residents that live here, unfortunately, from what this report's saying, we rank the lowest out of all the other metropolitan areas, which Miami needs to develop that skill quickly so we can compete and we don't start seeing a mass exodus of locals leaving here, which unfortunately it's already happening. But they understand that, and they're working on strategic ways to improve that, because they understand that the economy is not going to benefit, because what are you going to do with the workforce that's here? They're not going to be able to sustain. What are you going to do if you have a bunch of multi-millionaires here and you don't have people that can sustain the economy? So it's not good. The next thing they talk about in this report is global connectivity. Miami International Airport and Port Miami need capacity upgrades. Miami International Airport is already investing $7 billion on a future-ready program, which plans to modernize the airport. And Miami really needs to make a strong effort in improving the infrastructure here, especially when it comes to the ports and Miami, because those are major economic engines. I was doing a study, and they generate, just between those two, in jobs, not just direct jobs, but jobs that link to other jobs, that link to jobs that link to those economic engines, roughly 650,000. And just put that in the back of your mind, how many families are being supported by that. So we need to make a big push in improving our economic engines. The next thing and the final piece is the modernizing of government services. Miami's permitting process are complex and inefficient. So basically they want to streamline the process where it doesn't take forever for permits to get approved. They want to make it more efficient. They want to make it quicker. They want to incorporate technology to speed the process, which I'm all for. You know, if there's a development that should be built, why is it taking almost 5 years to just get all the approvals and permits done? Which, if the studies were done and everything was already prepared for, we don't have to wait this whole long drawn out process. I really think that with technologies that we have right now, with AI, we can really speed up this process and really make Miami the cutting edge city of the world. I really truly believe that. I just think that right now we're not there yet, and I'm happy to see that this type of report has come out. I'm glad to see that the leaders within this community are actually doing something about it, even though there's a lot of controversy. I did a post on it recently where a lot of people think that this is BS, nothing's gonna happen, which I get it. It's a bold plan, but can it really improve Miami-Dade County? This is something we're gonna have to wait and see, but we have major issues. What are we gonna do with public transportation? What are we gonna do with affordable housing? These things are not gonna go away anytime soon, and there needs to be more public-private partnerships to tackle and address these issues. We cannot just depend on one organization to handle this, because it is far too big and the problem is way too complex for one single organization or one person to handle this. Not even Miami-Dade County can even handle it. So it's important that people are coming together, they're realizing this, because if the quality of life starts deteriorating, which we're seeing it right now at even more of a rapid pace, people are going to leave, because the cost-benefit analysis, the costs outweigh the pros. And if I want to have a quality of life with my children, I'm not going to live here because there is no quality of life and there is no future, because Miami's just gone to a point where it's extremely unaffordable. So we're going to see how this plan pans out, but I would like to know what your opinion is and where do you think the future of Miami is going. If you live here, I would love to also hear your opinion, because you are also going through this whole process with me and we're seeing the evolution of Miami. I do want to end this on one thing though. I do think short term we're going to see some volatility in the market, especially when it comes to condominiums, just because of all the regulations and things that pass. If you've seen my videos previously, I've talked about those issues within the condo market here in Miami and South Florida in general. But single family homes is a big issue. We don't have enough single family homes, and Miami is a peninsula within a peninsula, which is the state of Florida. So we're really landlocked and we don't have enough land to redevelop more housing here. So we got to get creative. I'm very curious to where the future is going to go here. But before I drag this out for far too long, and it's getting really hot outside, I want to say I appreciate you if you made it towards the end of the video. Let me know what you think, and what are you waiting for? Give me a follow. Have a good one.